colloquialism for that. So the definition of sodomy is anal or oral copulation. That's what it means. You cannot change that based on how you feel today, tomorrow, next week, next year, or whatever. That's what the word means. Okay?
Cool.
So, yes, if you are doing this oral
Mm-mm.
copulation, and you getting
Mm-mm.
your little licky licky on too, because I know y'all men be nasty.
Getting your licky licky. Vegan is here. Vegan, did you want to say something?
Yes, I'm a I'm a bisexual Christian.
Okay. Oh, bisexual
Damn.
Christian. Oh,
A lot of
okay. All
people
right.
would agree with that.
Bisexual Christian.
Yeah. um, I mean, for to me, right, I've always had like I've always had passions between men and women, and I've actually had a few. I've had a few, you know, uh, a few, a few of them in my time. But I think it's absolutely terrible, like you said earlier, that um, the death penalty. I mean, that I'm really against. I think it's just another word for murder, basically.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. I agree with you. I completely agree with you. Can I ask you a question, Vegan?
yeah, yeah, sure.
How are you a bisexual Christian? How? Considering that the Christian book doesn't agree with the lifestyle.
Well, to be honest, you see, like I don't always. I mean, I'm not going to always agree on what the Bible says.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, like, you should really, like, you should love everybody, whether you're gay or straight.
Right, right.
Um, and the thing is, you see what's happened here with the Bible. Like, this is what I think. I mean, I know people might debate me on this, but the Bible has, well, both books. Basically, both the Bible and other similar ones have been corrupted over hundreds of thousands of years, because the thing is, right, like, it's been changed. It's like, and all that, and I'm not going to always 100% agree on what the Bible said, but I'm always going to, no matter what, I'm always going to be connecting with God, because that's me.
So you'll be connecting to God, but what you okay, the God, well, the idea, I personally don't believe in God.
That's
And for
that's
me,
fine. That's fine.
yeah, and for me, I honestly struggle with the idea that people want to be Christian and gay, or um, um, Muslim and gay, because I just think, why put that pressure on yourself? Why do that to yourself? You deserve better. Why pick a God that clearly doesn't pick you, or doesn't choose you, or doesn't care about you? So anyway, that's where I'm at. But I'm always very curious to know how you can, how do you how does it how is it okay with you to be Christian and also bisexual? I mean, listen, if you're bisexual, congratulations to you. And to be open about it, it's one thing to be it, but to be open about it and to say it with such confidence. Let me tell you, I live for that stuff. I do. I live for it, right? But I don't know. I just struggle with that idea, though. I just struggle. But never mind. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're sharing space with us, and hopefully you can join in the conversation.
Yeah. Can I just say something? It's like, I mean, nobody pressured me to be a Christian or anything like that. I actually went through some very bad traumas in the past before I was a reborn Christian, which I decided myself. because I've always been very keen on practicing the faith. But as again, I'm not 100%. Um, but I've always I needed guidance. I needed
Right.
guidance, and my mental health was going down so rapidly. And I was drinking, I was doing drugs, um, and to be honest, my relationship was failing, and basically, I just needed a little bit of guidance, and
Right.
I believe everybody should have some guidance if it's faith or not.
Okay. Okay. Can I quickly just interrupt you for a second?
Sure.
There's a comment I want to address in the chat. Someone said, they said, Miss Niger says, I strongly believe that one's sexuality has absolutely nothing to do with one's religion. I think you are speaking to the wrong persons, in my opinion. I think you should be saying that to the gods of those religions. Um, I think the Christian God needs to come and read this comment. I think the Muslim God or all the other gods that cares what people do with their sexual parts or what kind of sex they're engaging in. I think they're the ones that really need to come and read this comment, right? Because for me, just be yourself, do you, fuck whoever you want to fuck. I mean, go ahead, do what you need to do, right? I have got no problem with that. If you want to be religious, go ahead and be religious, right? But the question is, why do these gods care about private parts? What are they looking for inside your bedroom? What is a God, the God of the so-called universe? What's he doing in your bedroom? And if you think, well, going by the idea of the books, yes, God is in your bedroom. Every time y'all are engaging, the idea is that God is there. After all, they say he's everywhere at every time. Yeah? So while y'all are busy doing your coitus, yeah, God is watching you. I don't know if yours is the Allah God or it's the Yahweh, but one of them, I don't know, tons of them, I don't know. They're always there watching you. And then some people will come along and say, but who created you? Right? So when they ask that question, it suggests that when your mother and father were engaging, the God was standing right there waiting for your dad to be done so that he could find the right swimmer to meet the right egg, and then he can start his creation process. Because of course it's God that created us, right? That's the idea. So I think that comment, as much as I love that comment, that should be directed at the gods in question, the gods that care
Yeah,
so much
yeah.
about people's private parts.
Yeah, I think you got a really good point there, because even though I pray every day, I do ask questions to God about about those similar questions. Yeah, you brought up an interesting point, actually. You have.
And
I
what's
wanted.
oh,
Oh,
sorry,
sorry.
go on. Who's
Oh,
speaking?
I'm kind of sad that Kwan isn't here because I just searched up the
I,
terms.
I can bet you she can hear you.
Okay, that's good. Anyway,
I'll bet all my money she can hear you right
oh,
now.
she's there. Yeah, she's there. Okay, cool. Originally, the term sodomy, which is derived from the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, was commonly restricted to homosexual anal penetration. There you go. But anyway, ignoring that, I wanted to ask Vegan Christian.
We can happily ignore it because you're trying to argue with a dictionary definition because it makes you feel good.
Listen. Anyway, okay. I just wanted to ask Vegan Christian, what's the point in being Christian if you don't even agree with the very foundation of Christianity verbatim?
Hold on.
Hold on, guys,
Hold on, Shadrach. It's
one
Quan here.
second, Quan, just 1 second. Miss Niger, you said that the same God gave you the sense of feelings and expects you to use it the way you best think it is meant. Miss Niger, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in the existence of a God. I mean, I haven't been presented with any convincing evidence that there is a God. And I don't subscribe to the idea that a God gave me feelings and
Just
expects me
sorry.
to use
Well, that's a
them
surprising
for
development.
yeah, so that doesn't apply to me and quite a lot of us here. Vegan, I think vegan, your vegan is a Christian, but Sedaway, I don't know where Sedaway is at with this, but I mean, for some of us that don't apply to us.
Can I
And
just say something? Just sorry to interrupt.
I'm
I
at
apologize.
the
yeah,
stage
vegan.
of deconstruction.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right, my darling,
yeah,
Sedaway.
I'm deconstructing.
Amen.
I
Cedric,
wanted to
sorry,
respond to that.
I
Yes,
wanted to
to
ask
which
you
one? To
something.
which one? Hold on.
He
Paul
addressed
was
me
speaking.
not thinking that I was able to come to the mic. What you didn't know is that Des and I are in the same room, right?
That's
Which
crazy.
is why I dropped from the panel. So, we're not talking. Okay, the Sodom, the city of Sodom. Where is that located? Anyways, besides that, we're not talking about a city. We're talking about a term that is not necessarily about a religious story. Where
Hmm.
you
That's
could
where the word comes from.
find me the city of Sodom on a map.
Just to
Start
let you
there.
know.
Start there.
That's a
But
weird way
then
of thinking.
sodomy, the definition of sodomy, that definition has not changed.
It
Right?
clearly has.
You no no no
and
no no
and
no no no.
and
Accept it.
Juan,
Mhm.
whatever happened in Sodom and Gomorrah had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with gay sex.
Of
It
course,
didn't.
It
of
Yeah.
had
course.
nothing to do with gay
And there's
sex
two
at
accounts of the
all.
same story. There's two
Yes,
different accounts of
nothing
the
to do
same
with
story
gay
in the
sex.
Bible. So what you're talking about has nothing to do with what we're talking about. We're talking about the real world. We're talking about reality. You're talking about a fairy tale book. Okay. So in
Uh,
reality, which is where you reside, the definition is oral and anal. So stop trying to find a way to wiggle out of your sins.
bro, it literally. I'm reading this from Britannica,
It's
so you can't say I'm being
Stop
disingenuous.
trying to find a way to wiggle out of your
I'm gonna
sins.
read this verbatim.
So,
The
and what does
term.
it say the definition of? What does it say the definition of it is?
Yeah, I'm
Is
about
it
to
to
read it.
say that it's oral as well as anal?
Yeah, let me read it, maybe. So anyway, it says the term
Put it
is
on the
understood
screen.
in. Okay. The term is understood in history, literature, and law. Oh, what? You want me to put it on the screen?
Law again.
Okay, cool. One sec.
You've gone back to this your law.
Uh,
Sorry, let me address somebody that is saying a Christian is a Christ-like. You've been saying this thing. Let me ask you a question. As an African, you're black, and Jesus' picture that was sent to you is white. Are you white? Because if you say
Who
a
was the
Christian
question?
is a Christ-like person, so do you look like Jesus Christ? Look
what?
at your picture and look at the picture of Jesus that they've introduced to you. Do you look anything like that?
I mean, Ethiopians would argue with you, but it's gonna have to
Do you look anything like that? Your 10 commandments was stolen from a book from Africa. Do you know your history? Do you know the history of the Christianity? What about the people that have lived, existed before the Bible and Christianity was introduced? How did Christianity come into existence? Have you made your research before you say a Christian is a Christ-like person? Are you fair? Are you white?
Said away. Jesus didn't have any. He didn't have any business with Africans at all. Jesus said he only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
If Jesus were to come now, Jesus would not, he won't count any African and say, "You're my people." He would say, "Excuse me, who are you guys again?" But we followed your religion. We were Christians. Jesus would turn around and say, "Well, hang on a second. I was never a Christian. I was a Jew. Are you a Jew? No, we're not Jew. We are Christians. We are followers of Christ." I tell you, it's going to be funny. Jesus will turn around and say, "But hang on, I said I only came for the lost sheep from the house of my father. Are you from there? No, but we are adopted. The day we gave our lives to Christ, we are adopted Jews. It's going to be confusing on that day, man.
I think you should
Adopted
argue
Jews.
with
Shadrach, I think you should
Jason.
argue to read the whole paragraph because
Yeah,
I'm
I was
literally on
going to.
Britannica too. And do you see it at the bottom where it says
Yeah,
ranging from
I
sexual
was
contacts
going
with
to read
minors
it.
to oral genital contacts and oral intercourse between adults? It literally says the
I
same
was
thing on the
going to read
definition
it.
that you pulled up. And
I
you
was
try to
going
use
to
that to
read it.
debunk me. You try to use that to debunk me and you weren't going to read the whole paragraph. So
I
I'm skipping to
was.
it before. Can you please? I'm skipping to it before you get down there. That at the bottom here, it says oral intercourse between adults. Oral and genital contacts and oral intercourse between adults is in the definition of sodomy on Britannica, the same
I
Mm.
site that you're on. So don't try to skip out on it.
if
Oh
I
It
was
is what
gonna
it
wow.
is,
hide it,
man. Just
Des,
accept it and stop.
if I
Just
was gonna
accept it and
hide it,
stop.
I wouldn't have turned on
You're
my
talking to
camera.
Quan. You're
Not Des,
talking to
Quan. Yeah,
Quan
yeah, my bad,
on
my bad.
Dez's
Quan,
headset,
Quan.
but Dez has my headset because I'm not on
I
the
think
panel.
you didn't see that part. Trust
Yeah,
me. You
I
didn't see
did.
that
I
part.
was going to
No,
read
you
it, and my
didn't.
point was going to be
He
that,
lying.
bro,
You didn't see that part. Trust
I
me.
was going
The
to read
moment
it.
you put
That's
that
why I
into
put it
your
Mm.
on the
camera,
screen, and I was
This
going to
is
finish off by saying it. It gives
okay.
4 definitions. 4.
Can I
So
can
it
I
doesn't
just say
necessarily mean.
something?
It just depends on
Hold on.
how you're using it.
Can I
That's
say
all
No,
I'm
it
something
saying.
really
here?
doesn't. But you're using it to
Can I
invalidate people.
can I say
What are you
something here?
talking about?
Hold on, please. Hold on. At least it's one thing that we have learned today, and that is if you enjoy oral, getting ons, if
Oh
that's
yes.
your thing, and you also believe that sodomy is a crime, well, congratulations, you are a criminal. Every time you're engaging in that stuff, you are yes, you are signing on to judgment from your supreme being. Miss Niger in the chat says the supreme being. Okay, I mean whatever you're called, the God that you subscribe to, right? You have engaged in that act, and you see, it's funny how we can point fingers to people who identify as LGBTQ, but then again, forget that this same religion that demonizes the LGBTQ also demonizes you. If you are black,
What?
especially if you're a black woman, oh my goodness, you think the religion likes you? You think the religion picks you?
That's something I
If
want to hear about.
if Jesus could see that Samaritan woman, right, and liken her to a dog, imagine what he would say to a black woman. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to know. But you see, the same religion that you use to demonize others. Guess what? If we dig and dig and dig, we will find something that condemns you inside there. Congratulations.
Yeah. I just want to say one thing. Kwan, why is it that every single time I've ever tried to explain myself in this live, you have stopped me from doing so and then made an assumption on what I was going to say? Every time. Literally every time.
Well, you were trying to prove that you're right. And so every time she's showing that you are incorrect. And you should just accept that.
But Des, if you let me finish, maybe, you know what I would have said? I would have said it depends on how you're using the word. That's what I
Right.
You
would have
got a
said.
Because
crush
you're
on me, don't you?
because you're
Because it
trying to get
depends.
out, because you're
Okay,
getting out of the reality.
okay,
You
let me
are
give
lumped
you a.
in with
Okay.
Guys,
sodomy now.
we've got someone else up here. I don't know if they are opposition. I would like to speak to
Oh
opposition.
man, I wanted
People,
to
people,
address Shadrach's crush on
people,
me, but
people
okay,
who
Afro.
no, Kwan, I will let you finish what you've got to say, but we need to get in it. I hope I pronounce Trisha, is it okay to call you Trisha?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. All right, Kwan. If you finish with him, and then we could get to Trisha.
So,
Actually,
the thing is
one.
about hold on,
Just one
Trisha, you're
second.
after
One
me.
second, Trisha. One second, Trisha.
Shadrach, It's not personal. So I need you not to take it personal. It is technical, right? So when you use words, they have meaning, right? And all I said to you was first, mute when you're not speaking. Secondly, I said the word that you use, sodomy, it applies to anal as well as oral. There's nothing else that I'm saying. And then when you said it's on Britannica, I pulled it up on Britannica, and that definition also confirmed what I said. You just had that portion at the top highlighted in blue, which looked like you only intended to read off that part. So I just skipped to the part where it confirms the information that I provided. Um, that is the technical term for oral and anal, as well as other acts that people do with other people or even animals. So that's just what it is. I'm
Mm.
sorry that offends you, but you need to also just like not do those things. So don't be out there getting no head, my boy. Or you a sodomite too.
Yikes. So
Um,
wait, so are you saying that the God of these religions only wants them to do sex in has he got like a set pattern for them to engage in, or what? They've got to do it in a certain way, or what? I'm trying to understand, because if oral sex is sodomy and you can't do this particular sex, you can't do that particular sex. I mean, does the God tell them exactly what kind of sex they can be having or no?
I mean, I'm
uh,
not well versed in the Bible, but I've seen academic
Shadrick,
studies on it.
Shadrick, does the Muslim God tell
Oral
you
is
what kind of
haram.
sex you should have?
Uh, you can do
The
whatever
answer is
you want
yes.
with
No, you
your
can't.
wife, except anal. So I guess yeah.
Except
So
sodomy.
So your God,
haram,
your God tells you what kind of sex you should have and shouldn't have.
Astaghfirullah.
yeah.
And,
Oh
So
wow.
and
Okay.
so why do you think that is? That God would care about what kind of sex you have?
because sometimes it's less safer than other types.
Mhm.
No.
Okay. Guys, let's get Trisha in on this conversation, please. Well, you see, it's interesting to know that there's a supreme being, a supreme almighty creator of the universe who's sitting up there, and he cares. Okay, let me stop. No, I'm not going to go further. All right, Trisha,
Yes, please.
yeah, please go on.
Good morning from this side.
Which
Uh,
side? Which side are you in, Trisha?
I'm in Dubai.
Oh, hello.
Oh yeah. Actually, being gay and being in Uganda as a Ugandan, I feel I've been subjected to slavery, self-slavery, because you not coming out as you did not create yourself. That's number one. Nobody knows your feeling. I cannot come and start saying straight people are, let's say straight people are bad or this. I don't have any business to do with a straight person. They live their life. I should live my life too. Because
Mhm.
if talking about the Bible and so on, okay, God created all of us in his own image. If he created me in his own image, did he make also a mistake of creating me to feel or like a woman?
Hmm.
Is it not the same God who created me with his
Trisha,
own image?
Trisha,
Yeah,
before
sure.
he created you, he already knew you.
Exactly.
Before he formed you in your mother's belly, because you know he's the one that formed you, right? Because
Yeah,
they say he created you, so he's the one
yeah.
waited
He
when
knew.
when your dad was done, letting out the seeds. He had to pick the right one to meet the egg. So he did all that,
He
right?
knew me.
Yes, he knew you. And he knew that
Exactly.
today you're going to be who you are. But
Who
then
I
he
am.
penalizes you for who you are.
So it is a person saying this is wrong. Okay, you telling this is wrong. What you do with your wife inside your bedroom, you give her your let's say pee to suck. What does it mean? Huh? Let me do what I want to do in my bedroom.
Exactly.
I am not coming outside to the public and doing it. I am doing it in my room. I'm not coming outside to criticize you that, oh, why are you kissing in public? Let me kiss whoever I want to kiss. I'm not beating you. I'm not holding you. There's nothing, absolutely nothing I'm doing to you. So you imposing that constitution or saying, oh yeah, this president is good, this president, that doesn't change. If you kill me today, I will die a proud person because I will not live another person's life.
Can I, Trisha, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is it true that before Museveni, is it Museveni, yes?
Yeah.
Before Museveni passed this law, that he had talks with scientists, and they told him that being gay was not a choice. But he still went ahead and passed this law. Is that true or no?
Yeah, there were people who were against it because this is the same law you are imposing to kill someone. If you kill someone, you should be killed too, right? Because
Yeah.
that's murder.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you have to say I'm alive.
That's murder. Because why do you want to kill another person? Leave it to
Say I'm
whoever
alive.
created that person to take that person's life.
Trisha, instead of using the kill word, use unalive instead because of TikTok rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't like you using some certain words. They're very triggered by it. They think that we are trying to unalive people around here, but no. Right.
Yeah.
So yes, instead of using the KILL word, just use unalive. Please continue.
Yeah, so I feel it's not good, most especially for us Africans. We need to realize that it's like, let's say, which sickness can I put in Africa whereby people can faint from someone and they say, oh, that one is just like, they just ignore their diseases that we have, but people ignore. But being in LGBTQ isn't a disease. The same way you live your life as a straight person should be allowed to that person to live their life who they are. They don't want to be, maybe, but they found themselves that way. We do not create ourselves this way. We do not want it. We get it, and we are proud to be who we are. So when Shadrach said about Sodom and Gomorrah and so on and so forth, I felt like Sodom and Gomorrah, how many people who wrote the Bible? Or who wrote the Quran? I'm a Christian. My mom is a very strong Christian. But when I came out to her and told her who I was, she accepted me. She told me, pray. I prayed since childhood. I prayed. I thought that, oh, this is something satanic. Yes, I prayed. I cried. But don't forget, I have a gift of seeing things. So that means I am someone who is very special.
You are very special.
So if someone says God hates those people who are sinners, as they call us, I am a proud sinner with a gift from him.
Can I just sorry to butt in. You see, do you know what, as a bi man, I'm very
Vegan, 1 second. For those people who were not here earlier on, so Vegan is a can you tell people who you are again?
By
I am a.
Christian.
Oh, sorry. What, me or
Yes, you vegan. Go
oh,
on.
sorry, sorry. I am a bisexual Christian.
Ooh, I like it. Bisexual Christian. Ooh,
Yeah.
that is nice. All right,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
go on, vegan. Go on.
Um, you know, Trisha, I am so pleased that I'm proud of you. I think you're very brave, and to be honest, I gotta give you an amen to that because you are very brave to be open, and
Mhm.
you should be proud of yourself. I really, I'm very proud of you.
Thank
Mm,
you.
mm. I like the brotherly love. I like the sisterly, well, brother sisterly love. Even though I'm not a Christian myself, I want people to be who you see, that true self on the inside of you, that person that you look at in the mirror. Be that person,
Yeah.
however that looks like. And if you identify as a gay Christian, a bisexual Christian, or
Yeah.
even though I would wish that don't choose a God that doesn't choose you, but as long as you can find solace, as long as the God that you have chosen for yourself, as long as it resonates with you somehow, I mean, fine. I mean, go ahead and
Actually,
you
the
know
first, say,
hold
choosing
on, hold
you
on, hold
is
on.
something that,
Des wanted to say something. When you're done, Des, you can speak after Trisha. Go on, Trisha.
okay, choosing yourself is something that you must be proud of,
Hmm.
because the world doesn't deserve you. The world doesn't know you.
Oh, Jet is there. Sorry, go on, Trisha.
The world doesn't know you. You living your life with regrets is something that you'll hold until you die. Even if you die, you're dying with regrets is something that's bad. So you living to the best of you is something that you should be proud of. Not
Mm-hmm.
making someone happy, not making even your name, even your other part of your life, or whoever thinks that they are against you. Living your life the best way is something that's so cherished. So cherishing that part of you is one thing that everybody needs to, whether be it a Christian, whether you're Muslim, whether you're non, call it whatever. I don't pray, I don't go to church, but that doesn't mean that I've left God, or I've left whoever I'm praising, or I'm praying to. I believe in myself. Whatever I say might happen. So that means whether you're praying, whether you're not praying, but when you say something and you believe in it, it works for you.
Exactly. Exactly. I totally agree on
So,
you.
I was going to. I don't want to interrupt you, Tricia. I comprehended that you had
No, no, it's okay.
concluded.
It's okay. It's fine.
No,
I'm
no, no.
done.
Finish, please finish.
So I really appreciate, like, if we could accept us, if we could accept who we are, or you accepting to be straight and leaving whoever is gay to be accepting who they are also, I don't think there would be any issue in the whole world. The world we live in is like, I should better live with a dog. Most people have started saying, I would rather live with a dog than living with a human. You see? So if we live in for us, for who we are, the better for us. That's all I have to say. But I don't really agree with um, putting up a death penalty
Mm.
for someone who is gay. I don't believe in it. I don't like it. I would never ever do it to any other person. I would let them be who they are. and not uh, blaming who they are going to sleep with, who they are going to. You don't know what's behind the doors. What the men do behind their ladies. Why do they want, I don't know, doggy, I don't know what. So sorry.
Wait, did you just say doggy?
Leave the dogs out of it.
Did she just say
So what
If they
doggy?
make if they make laws about
Okay.
LGBTQ,
whatever
they
Okay.
need to
thing
make
they do
laws about dating
behind,
ugly people.
whatever
No, she
thing
said
they do behind
whatever
the
thing
scenes.
they do behind their ladies. Okay.
No, exactly. You don't
Okay.
know. You
Hmm.
actually don't know, and you shouldn't be bothered about it.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
you get up in the morning, you say, hi neighbor, hi neighbor. That is it. Colors.
Hmm. But Trisha, you
Yes.
said you said you're in Dubai, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you safe over there?
I just be me. Actually, I walk in the streets. I don't. It's like this. If you come out, let's say you put a tag and say I'm this. Oh, nobody is going to attack you unless you do something outside.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Nobody
be
is going.
be safe, my dear. Okay?
Sure.
Please be
Sure.
safe. I'm not saying that Dubai is I just
It's
know
not
that.
accepting actually also, but
Mm,
it's you being you in not disrupting everybody's, like you're disturbing your neighbor or this and that. That's what um, can cause a problem to someone.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
just make sure you yeah, look after number one,
sure, sure.
Mhm. Jet has their hand up. Hey, Jet.
Yeah, I'm back.
Hey, hey,
Oh,
gorgeous.
thank you, Lego. I was thought you
Oh,
said I
look
could
at
go next,
that. Look
Sappho.
at that beauty. Look at
Isn't
that.
it
Oh,
beautiful?
wow.
Thank you so
It
much,
is
Lego.
beautiful.
Um, and thank you, Jet. I appreciate it. Because I was just gonna just a couple of things is that one, of course, everything that Trish said, and I appreciate you sharing and stating and the humanity of us, which is what people like to forget by
Mm,
vilifying who we are and what we do.
yes.
And I, on that note, I wanted to address something that he said earlier in relation to saying it's a choice, right? Just try to use creative words to say it because it's a chemical impulse and not everyone can control their impulses, is what he said it as. And the problem with that is confusing the rainbow community with just sexual attraction, right? You're negating the
Mm,
entire identity of us and reducing it all to just sexual attraction when gender identity is actually the expression of who we are, and that is what overall is the rainbow community. And within that, we just accept each other for however people want to engage in the love that they have for each other, acceptance. And so the problem with religions and the ideology that you are sharing is that you're invalidating the identity of people. And you kept saying what when I was sharing that with you. So I thought I'd detailedly explain that because you're erasing the humanity of a lot of people because you're not connected to them and you don't know them, right? And that makes it easy to erase. And that's why laws like Uganda's ignorant shit, right, of erasing people, it's called genocide, and it's everywhere around the world. And the thing is that if people actually didn't care about it one way or the other, what people do behind closed doors, then everyone, you shouldn't vote, right? Because it doesn't affect you and you don't care. So when it comes time to vote on dumb shit laws, you wouldn't. You would abstain from that because it doesn't affect you. But you don't because you think your opinion matters more than someone else's life and lived experience. And that is the
mm,
problem with religion. And just to connect the dots of how it
mhm,
controls,
mhm,
right? The reason God, Allah, cares about what you do in the bedroom, it's all to emotionally manipulate you, to control you,
mhm,
so that they
mhm,
can have power over you and emotionally push you in the direction they want to go. Okay, so the whole thing, that their whole line of thinking, which is why so many people are stopping you because we know all these talking points that you're reciting. Okay, so we're just cutting straight to the quick instead of all the kerfluffle that is just part of our erasure, right? So it's really just stopping you from saying what a race is. It's actually helping you if you would listen and actually take it in. And I was going to share that too, is that there's a difference between being able to regurgitate what someone else said